Welcome and welcome back. Today we're going to cover the whip swing and one drill that is going to help you create this whip swing for yourself. So let's get started. If you've ever looked down at your hands, you notice that there's a glove on one hand, but no glove on the other. And the reason for that is the creators of this game a long time ago realized that the lead arm is a dominant arm that requires that extra grip, and the trail arm does not. The reason why this is the case, you can tell from the grip itself. When you put your right hand on, assuming that we're talking about the Varden overlap grip, the one that we covered in the Golf Swing Mastery Guide, the right hand pinky piggybacks on the left hand, which means that the right hand is riding along with the left hand. It's not acting independently. If it was divided like this, like a hockey stick, then that would be a different story. The right hand would do a lot more work in whipping that club through. With the golf grip, okay, the right hand piggybacks on the left, which means that at this juncture, you're already deciding that your left hand is going to do way more of the work and your right hand is just the follower. That's the reason why we have a glove on your left, no glove on the right. So knowing that, that means we have to make sure that this left arm is going to work correctly. And by doing so, we will eliminate a lot of the errors that you're probably plagued with. So let's just dive into it here, okay? So the drill, the only drill that you're going to need for this whip swing, proper neutral Varden grip. You're going to put your right hand underneath the left hand wrist or the lead arm wrist, okay? And you're going to do some swings. You're going to feel as you do some swings, the club face from the starting position, the toe of the club face is gently going to start opening on the backswing. It's a natural movement. You don't need to be, twisting your left arm like this on purpose. It doesn't have to be exaggerated in any way. It'll just happen, and it'll want to happen naturally, okay? But the club face is going to gently open on the backswing so that on the downswing, as the club face comes closing, it'll meet square. It doesn't go back shut, because if you close from here, it's going to go dead left. So let that left hand and left arm gently open that club face. Close, open, open, close, okay? It's like a door opening and closing almost. Makes a few practice swings. And then set up. And then set up and just hit the ball. So I have a pitching wedge in my hand. My pitching wedge goes about 130, 135. But if I do this well, you'd be surprised how far it goes. I could probably hit this if I fully gripped and I got a really good strike on it. I could probably hit the ball maybe 120, 115 at least. Why this is the most important drill, okay, is because you're not really thinking when you're holding the club just one-handed. When you're holding the club just one-handed, everything is forced to work in sequence. You don't have a choice. As you start to unwind from the top of the backswing, if you only have one hand on it, there's just not enough grip strength to try to manipulate the club. And also, by doing so, by making it just one hand, you're eliminating the trail hand and how it can get stuck and ruin that left arm motion. More on this later. So that one went left, that one went right. Obviously, it's not great shots, but it's solid. It's in the middle of the face, and that's what's really the key part, is that I'm hitting the middle of the club face. And as you get better and better at this, your body will start moving correctly. your lower body will want to get into the correct positions so that in slow motion, when you're filming or you're looking at your own swing and you're looking at your positions, every single position, it'll all start to clean itself out because it's forced to be that way. It kills me inside, okay, when I see advice that's being given by looking at a screen and you're stopping these like professional players like in like these certain positions and like you're trying to get the amateur or the casual golfer to fit into those positions. Those players get into those positions in a natural way. It's not anything that's manufactured. So to try to get into those positions individually is not necessarily a death trap, but it's just very inefficient. So the great part about this drill is that it cleans everything up altogether. Not only does it force your hands and arms to move correctly, it moves your lower body and your feet correctly as well. Everything is forced to release in sequence or literally you're going to fall over. So make a few practice swings. I can't stress to you how important this drill is because of its simplicity, but also its effectiveness. All of the tips and tricks and golf aids, and they're not helpful. They actually make you worse, which is nuts. And how I like to explain it is if you're playing basketball, okay, you don't teach basketball with a golf club. You don't teach tennis with a golf club. You don't teach baseball with the golf club. But in golf, for some reason, we teach golf using a basketball or a tennis racket or a hockey stick. You're just getting further and further away from the bigger picture. And the bigger picture is the simplicity is king. And you're trying to help your body, for the golf swing, you're trying to help your body get into those dynamic positions where you can swing and release the club head efficiently and powerfully every single time. After hitting a few of these, now we can put our right hand on, okay? We're going to put our right hand on, but we're not going to forget that that left hand is doing the majority of the work, if not all the work. So the right hand is on, but it's barely on. Left hand is still in control. Same movement, same thing, and make a swing. Oh my goodness. It is early in Hawaii. Okay, let me try to do that better. Notice how as soon as I put my right hand on, my right side wants to take over. In the backswing, my right side prevented my left side from turning fully, and now I get stuck and everything goes left. But because I know this, I can self-correct. Still left. All right, last one. And we're on the green. For more content like this, like and subscribe.